But without further ado, turn it over to this gentleman. Again, you guys are going to learn some good information. I promise you that. I know this is new for some of you guys, so stick around. But just be open to receiving this information. That's the only thing I ask you guys is just be open to receiving this information. So, we'll turn over to the celebrity in the building. Y'all give a round of applause for Mr. Trey.
Oh my gosh, can I have your autograph?
Follow him on Instagram.
I gave him buckets.
Yeah, all that good stuff. And,
Okay,
I don't know. I ain't seen him play ball yet, so I can't speak to that. But we're going to turn it over to you, sir. And I will get y'all some of these. Don't rush it. I will get you. I got you.
Appreciate it. I like this. Alright, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? But yeah, my name is Trey. I know most of y'all anyway from before. So what we're going to be talking about today is vision boards. We're going to be making vision boards, the whole nine. I mean, y'all know what, how many of y'all have done vision boards? Everybody done it? You have done a vision board? You haven't? Okay, raise your hand. Oh, I feel you. Need some candy? Okay, I got you. Alright, so everybody pretty much did a vision board, but let me ask you this. Have y'all seen like a lot of your stuff come to pass that you put on your vision board? You can be honest. I mean, you got to answer something. Y'all got to.
No.
Okay. A lot of y'all haven't. Have y'all seen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Because you probably have a long-term vision board. All right. So what I want to do is break down like what does it truly mean to have a vision board. Because I can tell you 9 out of 10 successful people, millionaires, they all created a vision board of some way. So first thing I want to talk about is vision. I want to ask y'all, what is vision? I want to hear from everybody though, even though I know you're not feeling good. She looked at me like, I know you just did not say. You want me to say something. But I want to hear from everybody. What does vision mean to you? I'm going to start with you, Tommy.
Being able to see.
Being able to see?
My eyesight.
Eyesight?
Looking at something.
Looking at something? Eyesight? See?
See what you see happening in the future.
Happening in the future? Viewing?
The future.
The future? Marcus, what do you think vision is?
Having sight. What's the hell killer? Having sight with no. I'll just give you a standard answer. What everybody say?
Future vision.
Future. Yeah. So being able to see within the future.
Okay. Okay.
Speak
cool.
to the future.
So actually, for this particular, hopefully I'm okay sitting on this. For this particular topic, I want to have a common definition of what vision is. So vision is seeing something with your mind's eye. All right. So an example of that, everybody close your eyes real quick. Close your eyes. I don't want to see no pupils. I don't want to see none. I want you to... She's trying to write it. She's like, I can't write it. All right, so everybody close your eyes. I'm going to say a few words, and I want you to tell me what comes to mind. So I'm going to say, here come the first one. Elephant.
My grandma.
Food. Food? All right, if I say the word, okay, imagine an elephant. Imagine an elephant. Did any of y'all see an elephant in your mind?
Nope.
I saw the circle.
You saw the circle? Okay. Let me ask you this. What about a doctor?
Office.
Hospital.
Okay. Okay.
I see me.
You see you? Okay. Okay. So basically the main point that I'm getting at is you didn't see that with your natural eyes. You saw that in your mind. So that's what vision is. Seeing something with your mind's eye. A lot of people get it confused with sight. Sight is seeing something with your natural eye. So we know what vision is. We know what vision is. Now, why is vision so important?
Because we need it to see it.
Because you need it to what?
You just said vision is the eye in the mind. Not what you see. So it's not what you just said.
So why is vision important?
I'm just saying.
Plan out your life.
Plan out your life? Okay. What's something else? Why is vision important, Kenny? I thought you were going to throw out some Bible scriptures or something.
I'm about to say influence, I guess. Heavily influence.
Heavily influence?
Yeah, influence you to like, I don't know, go into your future.
Okay.
It's important because it's important to have goals for yourself.
Okay. What about you? Why is vision important? I'm going to pick on you. I want you to come closer, actually, but if you're going to stay right there, that's cool. I'm just going to pick on you more. But what's vision? I want to hear, why is vision so important? You don't know? Okay. Why is vision so important?
Vision is important to see an image of the future.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So, just so we can have a whole common picture of it, vision is basically the beginning of a creation. So, if you point to anything in this room, I can guarantee you it first started in somebody's mind, somebody's vision. So, I want everybody to point to something in the room. Just point at something, no matter what it is.
The markers.
Okay, I was like, who you pointing? Once you point something. You gotta keep pointing. I want to see everybody point. Okay, Tony, what you pointing at? The floor. Do you imagine the way that the floor is patterned? Do you believe that was in somebody's mind first, before they actually put it down? Okay. What are you pointing at?
That cane string.
That cane string. So, do you think that canes was in somebody's mind before they actually made it come to pass?
Yeah. I mean, they had the idea.
They have to have an idea. What about you? What were you pointing at?
That TV.
The TV. So that obviously had to be in somebody's mind first. They like, yo, I want to make something that you can just watch, like a moving screen, and that's where this came from. So everything. The reason why vision is important is because that is the beginning of creation. That's the beginning of creating something in your mind, right? So what I want to do now, I want to ask you a question, because we all have had visions, creative visions, but sometimes they don't come to pass. So what I want to help you guys with today is show you how to make your vision real. So take your vision from your mind onto your vision board, and then start to put things into action so you can see it happen in real life. So before I do that, I wanted to tell you there's 2 keys that you got to remember. There's 2 important keys to creating a successful vision board. Alright, so I'm going to bring y'all through this scenario. So, say for instance, I've never ate cereal before.
Boy, you love
Like I've never, I want y'all to imagine. Like,
I'm
not saying it's not working out.
So think about this. I've never eaten cereal before, so I want somebody to tell me, what do I need to do in order to make a bowl of cereal?
Milk and cereal.
You need to have a bowl and a spoon.
Okay.
Then you pour some good cereal in there, not the nice.
Okay.
And then good milk. And then if you want it to taste sweeter than what it is, then you can pour the sugar in there.
Okay, that's good, but that's actually not the answer I'm looking for.
Okay.
So it's not right.
Well,
you buy the milk and the cereal,
Okay.
and then you do whatever she said.
Good, but that's not the answer I'm looking for.
I ain't got the answer.
What about you?
I'm about to say what they gonna say.
If I wanted to make a bowl of cereal, what do I need to do to make a bowl of cereal? I've never made cereal before.
you have to think about it.
What do I need to do?
Should you ask somebody how to make it first?
You could.
Do that.
That's the process.
Thank you, but thank you.
Wait, repeat the question.
If I've never made cereal before in my entire life, what do I need to do in order to make cereal?
Vision the bowl of cereal.
There you
You got
go.
vision? That's good. Vision a bowl of cereal. Anybody else? Anybody else? I ain't hear from you yet.
What was the same?
I asked you a question. What do you need? What do I need to do? What do you need to tell me if I've never made a bowl of cereal before in my life? What do I need to do in order to make a bowl of cereal?
Have the cereal first.
That's good. That's not the answer I'm looking for. That's incorrect. So,
Tonus is right.
if somebody asked me that, if I was helping somebody that never had a bowl of cereal, and they asked me, what do I need to know? What do I need to do in order to make a bowl of cereal? I'm gonna say, all right, first, you need to find a way to make some money. All right, you gotta make some money first. You gotta get some money.
That's true.
Because you take that money and you gotta go to the grocery store. Right? So you gotta get some money first, and then you gotta find a means of transportation to get to the grocery store. So you gotta either walk, you gotta bike, you gotta drive, or you gotta catch an Uber. And once you do that, you get to the grocery store, then you go to the grocery aisle, get some cereal that you want, get some milk, a spoon. I asked you, what do I need to do in order to make a bowl of cereal?
That's not what I was. Okay.
I mean,
That's not how
you
I took
technically
the
just
question.
assumed the person was completely broke where they couldn't afford a box of cereal.
I asked you a simple question. What do I need to do in order to make a bowl of cereal? But this brings up a good point, because this is what a lot of people do when they create vision boards. This is the mistake that people make. they say, ooh, I want to make all A's today, or I mean this year, or I want to make, in 2020, I want to make more money. And then when you ask them how do they make more money, they say, I don't know, get a job, you know, work hard.
I was just calling my dad. I'm sorry.
Get a job, work hard, you know, do these simple things, but they don't really have a plan to how they're going to make more money.
So it's basically like having a vision with no blueprints.
Exactly. So you got to have a blueprint. You got to have a plan. You got to have a map to get to where you want to be. So that's the first key. First key is you have to have a plan. All right. Now I got another scenario for y'all. This is the second key. I want somebody to tell me what schools do y'all go to?
Heights.
Heights, baby.
Heights. Everybody goes to
It goes
Heights?
to baby.
Booker T.
Scarborough.
I said
Scarborough?
Heights, baby.
I'm stuck at Ike. Booker T.
Heights?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put on some
Christian Heights.
Heights. All right. So Kennedy, I want you to tell me, how do I get to Heights?
I don't know.
I'll tell you.
I have the answer. I have the answer.
So you take them 2 feet, they glide down that shit, you walk out, you press the key to open the door,
Wait, but what if they don't have a car?
or a bike, or they press the phone to get an Uber,
or catch the bus.
or guess the bus. It's
Or walk.
40 cents.
Or what?
Or you can just walk and then look and go. Alright, that's up.
You talking about from here to there or where you live to there?
That's what I was wanting somebody to ask me. So
I
that's
was
the,
like, how you gonna walk and he might be living far or he
There we go.
Your answer is wrong.
So that's the second thing that you got to know. That's the second key.
It's a setup.
The second key is you got to know your position. When you put an address in the GPS, you got to put where you're going, but you got to also put where you are at the time. See, you may say, I want to make all A's this year. But if you at D's, well, I know nobody here got D's, but hopefully.
Go down.
They have.
Okay, I'm not going there.
Hold on, man.
But if you say you want to make all A's in like this month and you at a D, you may have to work real hard to get to that point. So it's important to know your positioning where you're at the time, so you can know how hard you got to work to get to that next step. That makes sense? So the first thing you need, the first key is you got to what? Make a what? Make a plan. Yeah. So the first thing is you got to make a plan. The second thing is what? You got to check your position. All right. So when we make our vision boards, what we're about to do, I want y'all to keep that in mind. I want you to tear out some of the things that you want to accomplish. So for these vision boards, I want you to do it for only this year. What you want to accomplish for this year. Not your entire lifespan.
2020.
2020. By the end of this year, what do you want to have said, I have accomplished this? And that's what I want you to keep in mind. Think about a plan. You don't have to, whenever you're putting it together, you don't have to write out your plan, but I just want you to think of your plan and think of your position. But that's what I want to do. So I'm going to start passing this out.